if I do a search for digital marketing and I go to where it says groups, right, what you're going to see is you're going to start to see a lot of different groups. Now, once again, each and every single one of these groups, they are going to have their own rules. They are going to have their own policies. And these are the ones that are actually created not by Facebook, but actually by the group owners themselves. So certain groups, they actually allow you to post things. Some groups, they don't. For example, with Groove, they don't allow you to post and self-promote, but they do allow you to, post different posts if you have different messages that we want to share, right? Different resources, whatever else. So with that, different communities, so to speak, have different policies. That's what you need to be aware of. But overview. Okay, taking a look at all these different groups, you'll see that this group has 24,000 members. This group has 218,000 members. This group has 184,000 members. This one has 77,000 members. This one has another 153,000 members. Another 123,000, 235,000, 325,000. You get the idea, right? There are plenty of groups out there, many of them, which actually have a ton of members. So with that, this gives us, as regular community members, the opportunity to join these groups and, of course, have the potential to market to them as well. With that said, you will also need to see exactly what these groups are about. For example, if you join some type of, I don't know, Pokemon or Magic Show or Britney Spears fans type of group, then yeah, they'll probably get hundreds of thousands of members as well, maybe even going into the millions, right? Because they have millions of fans. What you need to be aware of is what these actual topics are about and make sure that it's relevant somehow, okay? So don't go into a Britney Spears group, as what we just mentioned, and start talking about the Groove Asia launch event. Don't start talking about, the Groove software. Don't start talking about internet marketing, right? Then, and only then, would that consider to be spam, right? Because with that, of course, this is unfortunately something that's irrelevant to them. But if, let's say, you want to get into something like affiliate marketing, you want to go into some type of a digital marketing group, or people who are looking for jobs or opportunities, right? Then yes, that would be, of course, a very relevant group. Now, as you click through to any of these groups, all right, let's say, for example, I don't know, digital marketing as an example, right? What you'll see over here in some of them is when you ask to join the group itself, they will ask you, let me find one where maybe I can join because I'm not yet a member. Okay, so if you hover over any one of these and you're not yet a member, you can always click on join group. Once you click on join group, okay, you will be able to see if they're asking, well, this time it doesn't, but if they actually have rules, they have things that you want to agree with, very similar to the Groove group, right? They're going to ask you, do you agree to all these different terms and conditions or their policies or different things? Okay, so let's go ahead and try and do this a few more times. Maybe we'll get lucky. And I'm going to click on join group. And it looks like this one just let me join. And this one, let's do that one more time for this one, Digital Marketing Malaysia. Okay, this one, very friendly also. We're getting very lucky today. I'm going to go ahead and click into this particular one over here. And okay, here's something a little bit more, right? When you take a look inside of the group itself, and take a look at the about, it says, hello everyone, right? Welcome to the Learn and Earn Facebook group where you get posts on a daily basis about network marketing, affiliate marketing. Subscribe our official network marketing YouTube channel. So it looks like they allow simply anybody to post on here as well. As you can see, there's a lot of different people who are just posting a lot of different things, and it looks like it is allowed. So let me go ahead and join this group because I'm interested. 31,000 people, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and click on join group. And as you can see, I guess there's no questions asking me. So very bad examples of what we just shared with you. But of course, if you're not a part of the Groove Asia group or not a part of the Groove group, go ahead and join those. You will see exactly what I'm talking about when I say that there's going to be some questions that pop up. Regardless, okay, here's another way that you can choose something that would be something that allows you to post. Do a search for free advertisements, okay? And what you're going to see is a whole bunch of groups, right? Free advertising for all, free marketing and advertising, free advertising your business, okay? So once you click on see all, you're going to see a whole lot more, okay? These are all groups that absolutely allow you, without any fear of banning or repercussions or whatsoever, these are all groups that allow you to actually post stuff. That's what these groups are allowed. And they have tens of thousands of people inside these groups. So just to clarify, right? It is not against Facebook's terms of services for you to post inside of these groups. That's what they're for, right? It is up to you to make sure that you understand the rules and policies of these groups that you are posting in, so that the owners of those groups, they're not going to ban you, right? They're not going to kick you out of the groups because you are actually providing value. So with that, I want to share with you just really briefly that as long as you find the right groups, right, that allow you to do the right things, you can still get thousands and thousands of people to see your post regardless, right? This one has 37,000, this one has 53,000. In fact, if you find the right groups, you're easily going to get your messages in front of hundreds of thousands of people in a really short amount of time. Okay, so step number one, obviously, is to find the right group. Step number two now is once you're in the actual groups itself, what should you post, right? What type of posting should you do that don't come off as scammy, that don't come off as spammy, that don't come off as something that just looks like everybody else, right? What they do and what they contribute and what they post and everything, you want to distinguish yourself from everybody else. So how can we do that? Well, we don't want to post links. That's number one, okay? Write that down. Don't post links, because if you post links, it's not to say that it's not going to work. It might work. In fact, it can work, but that's not going to distinguish you from everybody else, because a lot of other people also post links, right? So with that, how do I actually distinguish myself? I want to give you an example of one of the posts that I recently did post inside of this group. And as you can see, this one was quite recent. And we want to kind of do it in a way that makes it look like we are sharing, okay? That we are providing value, that we have the best interest of people in mind. And just like when you're doing, on stage sales on a platform and presentation, and just like when you pick up the phone and do some cold calling stuff, you don't want to come off as one of those, direct sales, very salesy, manipulative type of people, right? You want to build relationships. The best that I have seen, okay? Let's not take a look at this example just yet. The best kind that I have seen is when people go into the groups and they actually start interacting. And they start talking to people. They start answering questions, right? They start interacting and engaging with fellow members and building real relationships and letting them know that you are there to help, right? So in most cases, the best world priority, the best world type of scenario is if you can go in there and put yourself in a position where you are somebody of authority, where you can provide help and assistance, and it just looks like that you are there to help. Many of the fellow Groupsters inside of our community do a great job. That's exactly what they do, right? You see people asking questions, you see people interacting, and then you're gonna see a lot of people who step up to be leaders. They start answering questions and they start saying things like, hey, yes, so you can follow these steps and do all these things, right? And really just be that resource. Now, of course, there's another kind of people who say, oh yeah, just, PM me, or, I can show you what you can do, or, privately, let me know what it is. And some people really just want to help you, right? But then there's also, you're never gonna be able to escape this. Some people want to sell you something, right? We don't want to be those people who seem like we want to sell people something. We want to provide value. And when push comes to shove, and we don't have time, right? Now, this launch event is only 5 days away. We don't really have time to build relationships with thousands and thousands and thousands of people, right? And so what is the next best thing? The next best thing, if you are on a time crunch, is to do something like this. And I'll read you really quickly what it is that I wrote. Hi, anyone interested to join us next weekend for this exclusive launch event? During these times, we want to do our part by organizing a free 36-hour straight virtual event featuring the top entrepreneurs and internet marketers in the world, real veterans who have been online for over 15 to 20 years and generate millions for their own businesses, right? So we quickly distinguish that these are not the fake gurus, right? These are not just people who are talking just to be talking. These are real veterans who have been in the game for a very long time, successful for a very long time, have helped thousands of others to do the exact same thing. And now it's their turn, right? So that's the underlying message that we want to send to them. For attendees who share the same positive mindset and attitude. And usually, especially when you're inside these groups, in fact, even when I do these live shows, right, and I'm talking to people individually, or when I'm talking to the masses, whatever else, I always say something like this as well. Because we need to stress that if you are somebody who is negative, if you're somebody who likes to complain, if you ask irrelevant questions and you're very frustrated and you come off with a very frustrating type of tone, which kind of bogs down all the energy, hey, we don't want to talk to you, okay? We don't want to entertain you, at least not now. Go out there, go have a walk, go have a drink, do whatever, calm down, okay? Be nice, and then let's talk, right? This is the kind of community that we have. This is the kind of community that we also want to build. Mutual respect, okay? So things like that, very, very important. For attendees who share the same positive mindset and attitude, we not only invite you to join us live, but also get free access to, number one, top digital marketing tools in the industry. Number two, free lifetime access to software that you need anyway to run a business online. Free opportunity as well to start your own business immediately with no product, service, or experience. Complimentary ongoing training and support for life. Invitation to join our free community with multiple live stream trainings every single week, and much, much more. The launch event and all its free bonuses will only happen one time, which is next weekend. Another thing that's really important, right? Make sure that we're always telling the truth. I think that everybody and their dog and their mom and their pet hamster say this, right? One time only, last chance, blah, blah, blah. It's never going to happen again, right? Of course, it's really overdone, especially when that promise is not true, when that scarcity isn't real, right? If it's not a limited time only, if it's not one time, for and forever, then don't say that it is. For us, we can say this as the truth because the launch event is only going to happen once. You can only launch an event one time, right? You can only launch a product, a company, have a launch one time. There will never be another event that will be exactly the same, with the exact same speakers, with the exact same formulas, with the exact same content, with the exact same times, with the exact same schedule. There will never be another event that's going to be just like this happening ever again. That is the truth, right? And so when it's true, go ahead and share that information. Here's the call to action. If you are interested, okay, kindly send a PM. So you see right here, I do not have a link. I do not say click here on this URL, click here on this website, click here, blah, 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 whatever else, right? If you are interested, kindly send a PM, okay? Some people like to then post in the comments, send PM, even though you say, hey, send me a PM, then they'll tell you to send them a PM, whatever, right? You can send them a PM if you want or not, whatever else. And we will be more than happy to reply with your personalized private invitation details. So as you can see, the call to action is really a soft call to action for them to send you a message when they're interested. And believe it or not, this is something that works extremely, extremely well. Now, of course, because it's private and I believe it's also against Facebook's terms and services, you cannot reveal any private information. Okay, so it's very important for us to understand exactly what these different types of terms and conditions are. So for now, I'm not able to show you my inbox, but if you can see it, you will see one after another, probably dozens in just a span of a few hours. PM, more information, right? More details. Please tell me more about this launch event. I want to learn. Please teach me, right? You are actually doing people a favor, okay? Here's the mindset that I want you to have when it comes to promoting anything group related. Now, not with anything else, because I cannot speak to any other products, any other service, any other event, or anything else, okay? But what I do know is that when you are here in this community, we bring you nothing but value. Even if you're a free member, okay? Please understand that as a free member, you also are able to see the exact same training right now as all the other paid members, upgraded members. So in reality, all this training is free. The reason why we say we are different is because even if you are a free member, you never upgrade, you never invested anything, what makes us different is that we still continue to train regardless of what your status is, right? And for me personally, that's not important. If you are a part of our community, we want to share with you. If you are a part of our community, right, and you're active and you want to learn and you have that positive mindset and attitude that we just talked about, we want to reach out to you and we want to help you, right? You need to actually have this type of mentality in order for you to get any type of value anyway, because we always get a lot of people who like to complain. We get a lot of people who like to, say bad things and all these different things. So there you go, right? We say bye-bye to those people. If we say, and if this is not for them, then we say, this is not for you. Walk away. It's not necessary. They say, if you don't have any nice things to say, then don't say anything at all, right? Well, here's the thing. We want to be nice to people who are nice to us. And so with you, this is your opportunity to be nice to your people, your opportunity to invite people into our launch event, into our community, into everything that we do, because it does nothing except to help them. Even if they decide that they never want to upgrade, we say from day one, you don't have to, right? Your account is free for life, and that includes all the bonuses, including the community, including training, including live streams that I personally do for you. So there you go, right? Where else are you going to get free training consistently, almost on a daily basis, even on the weekends, even for thousands in USD worth of training and coaching and mentorship? You're not going to get this type of training, right? So with that, you are doing people a favor. Do them a favor, right? Invite them to the launch event. Invite them into our community. So use something like this where it allows you to be able to spread this type of value. And of course, as always, I always want to put a little bit of a note right down here because, you know, if people read it, then great. If people ignore it, then whatever. At least I did my part in telling them the disclaimer. I say note. Would love to have anyone with the right mindset, attitude, and commitment. We also understand that this may not be for everyone. And while anyone is welcome to have their own opinions, please understand that we won't be able to entertain negativity of any kind, as all our efforts will go towards the positive energy to make an impact, especially during these times. If this is for you, we look forward to connecting. If it's not for you, right, then no worries, walk away, we can part as friends, all right? And of course, with every single one of these posts, we also want at least some type of an image to attach to it, and that is the one that we attach with it. And of course, we want to make sure that with the different types of groups that you did post to, this is gonna give you some type of additional exposure. All right, so that is pretty much the gist of everything that we have here to show you so far. Before I move in further, I'm gonna go ahead and take a look into some